Hi, I'm Serena Adams, and the book I chose to do was Educating Esme by Esme Caudell. This book is basically a journal of Esme's first year of teaching in a Chicago public school, which was in a really bad area. It was really gang-oriented, and when she first moved into her classroom, there were like bullet holes in the windows and stuff. And the concept of the novel is actually really simple. It was just Esme having to fight her way through her first year of school and not giving up even when it got really hard. The things that impressed me most about this book, though, were the fact that even though the children, they came from really poor backgrounds and they were just really ill-behaved, she managed to tame them, and they ended up respecting her by the end of the year, and they learned so much. Their reading scores jumped by about 2 or 3 years, and she did a fantastic job. And the way she handled her employer, Mr. Turner, the principal, even though he was really unprofessional and really immature, she managed to not let that get in the way and be a successful teacher anyway. And also, it surprised me how creative she was and how creative you can actually be as a teacher. When she described her room in the book, I was just in awe because she had so many good ideas. And one of my favorite ideas of hers was she made this time machine out of a refrigerator box, and she put a bunch of like knobs and buttons on it, and she would let someone go, and she put a cushion on the inside and a small bookshelf, and she'd let a child go in there and read, and when they'd come out, their like comprehension of what they read would actually increase, and it was actually a huge help and a creative way to get them engaged. What I took away from this was that you don't have to follow the guidelines that you are given each year exactly. It's just a starting point that you should go off of them and just use them as guidelines instead of like a strict rule book, that you can kind of bend those rules and just use them as a jumping point to do whatever you want with the children, as long as they learn what they need to learn. I also learned that the more creative you are and the more out there you are, the better off you are in teaching. And also I learned that just not giving up, and if you try your best and you stick to your teaching style, then you'll do great. And it just filled me with such confidence for when I start teaching. I thought this book was really well written, and it was really inspiring, and I'm really glad I read it. Well, thank you for listening. That was my report.